You opened it, we came.
Could you
sounds
I know. Could you imagine? Yes. Yeah. I want you guys to do that. I want you to have to your voices and
do it again. Do that.
and make out. Look at me. Look at me when you do it.
Yeah, look at me in the eyes when you. And then
You
at the end,
opened it, I came.
I came too. Beautiful freaks, welcome to a brand new episode of Frequels. I'm EJ Leeson, and joining me today and every day is the handsomely hunky Rory Calarasi.
To show contempt for you, I'm going to take an awfully long sip of water.
That was
unnecessarily
long.
Okay, go.
And of course, the podkeeper himself, the plan B that didn't work, young Vince. What's up, buddy?
They're on plan like D or E right now at this point. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm happy to be here.
Rory helped me.
I figured as such because that's a really good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, do you want to hear it back? I'm like, no.
Yes.
I want to hear it on the air.
Because I was like, I need to think of like a baby joke for Vince.
Yeah.
And then he like threw something out. I'm like, got it. All right, that's perfect.
Unplanned pregnancy. Am I right, guys?
That's actually what today's episode is about.
It is, in a way.
Yeah.
No, but...
Ow.
It's not at all. Wait, did you guys not watch the... Wait, am I watching the wrong movie?
Maybe.
You watched Rosemary's Baby, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. No, but what's new with you guys? Have you seen any new movies at all?
The one that I watched was this one. I also... I don't know, for some reason, I'm rewatching The Sopranos.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it's been fantastic. Bafangul, Esiscaziello Ficimi di Zortu. So yeah, there's a lot of Italian for unnecessary reasons going on
So
in my house.
Roma.
Yeah, a little bit, and so much hand talking. I have three fingers pinched at all times. Yeah.
Bila Stretas, Gonavutavella,
Yeah.
Vasajar.
Exactly.
Sodicella de Roma.
Yeah, cannoli.
Cannoli.
How about you, buddy?
I
Where
went
the
to
hell
see...
were you? You got here late. What's going on? Talk to us.
I went to Ocean City.
Why?
To lay low for a while.
To lay low.
EJ
for
did
a
some
while.
things over the weekend.
I get it.
Yeah, and I really shouldn't talk about it, but...
Not on the air.
Oh,
But
right.
we'd like you to.
Yeah.
Are you on the lam?
A little bit. No, I went there for work to Ocean City, Maryland. It was awesome. I had a great time, and I literally just got back, like 5 minutes ago before.
You're gracing us with your presence. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's Wednesday. I gotta get going.
Hey, you know what? Not thankful. Just saying.
Per the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's yeah.
As a matter of fact, I feel like you owe it to me.
I feel like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
So just do your job.
I will.
So disappointed.
Sorry.
Oh, you know what? I saw Garfield,
I was
Number
there.
one movie, right?
and I went with
For the
Rory.
year.
We held
Best
hands.
movie for the year.
It was delightful.
Yeah, film of the year for me.
EJ's actually wearing a shirt right now that says Garfield.
How you got
movie
that
of the
made
year.
so quickly? I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
It's pretty
Film of
good.
the year, right?
Didn't you just see it like yesterday and you already got a shirt made?
Yeah.
Saturday night, baby.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're all about that hype train.
No, I actually, for real, I loved it. I thought it was awesome, and I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. There was a friend of the show, Joe Petito, who said, "Oh, it sucks. I hated it. Fucking sucked." Just like
You sound just like him.
fucking sucked. And so I was like, oh, I gotta see this movie, and I actually liked it. I thought it was really endearing.
If you're gonna have a movie about a guy adopting a cat, you have me.
Yeah, I mean,
I was crying during the movie. There's like 3 times I was crying, and I'm like, I want to go home, and I want to see Ella, and I want to see Pumpkin.
you're basically like John.
I am
in that movie.
I
right?
am
like,
very much like John.
Yeah.
Unapologetically so. I like cats. I don't give a fuck.
What is your lasagna recipe? Are you good at that, or how does that work?
Pumpkin, funny thing about him, he does not eat human food, if you want to call it that. We don't in the house. We just call it food.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like to eat anything I eat, is how I should say.
I getcha.
He likes his dry food, and sometimes I break open a can of
Couple
some
of
wet
bits,
food for him,
little-
because
little
it's a
wet
little
food.
treat for just being a good boy. And Ella, she'll just eat anything. It's like a little vacuum.
Will she eat human food, or like
She'll eat anything.
like she'll come up to you and beg, or no? Like if you're
No,
eating food?
she's cool about that now. When I first got her, she was like, "Give me that spaghetti!" Like she literally
Yes.
had a hunger for spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I don't
Yeah,
know why.
I get it.
Spaghetti.
She had a little like chef's hat on and stuff, and she was always making spaghetti in
Did
the
she
kitchen.
have a rat under the hat?
No,
Oh,
she would have.
okay.
She would have
eaten it.
enthusiastically played with that thing until it died.
Yes, and then
But-
brought it to you as a present.
She would have, and I would have.
A
I would have thanked her.
catatouille. You had a catatouille situation.
I would have thanked her and rushed the little mouse to the hospital to be resuscitated, because you know what? I like little
We like,
mice.
yeah.
Yeah.
On this
All animals
show,
are friends here. Yeah.
Oh, and
we
I
saw
also-
Garfield.
Yeah, we saw Garfield and in a violent nature.
Yeah, I saw that too. Not
Yeah.
with you.
No, not with you. But that was interesting. It was
You saw Garfield in a violent nature?
no, and a violent nature.
Okay.
No, he was in a
That makes
violent
And
nature.
in-
Because I don't know about either of those. If they're separate movies, I thought it was one
Yeah.
big thing. Okay.
But yeah, no, I thought the movie is interesting because it's from the killer's perspective, and so
Garfield.
yeah, Garfield.
For Garfield, yes.
Yeah, no, but in violent nature, it's kind of like a Friday the 13th movie, without having the rights to Friday the
Yeah.
13th, but it's all from the killer's perspective.
I would say it's a very literal adaptation of the Friday the 13th game.
Yes, yeah. No, that's basically, it's like, oh, if you have fun playing as Jason, here's the movie.
Here you
about
go,
it.
psycho.
Where you don't get to do anything, you just watch it.
There was a Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good time.
I walked in and I'm like, am I on Twitch right now watching Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting movie because, like as you said, you don't typically see movies from like the killer's perspective.
Right.
My friend Dave Gonzalez, he's a movie critic, and he said it really well. Like, you know, if you have the patience for the film, like if you can just kind of like, you know, take the time with it, it's a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
I thought it was a neat movie.
And it's definitely like one you can watch one time and you get everything from it.
Well, if
I
you're on a
thought.
lot of drugs, you could probably watch it a few
Yeah,
times.
probably. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or you're going through a low patch.
How about you? Did you watch anything new?
I've watched so many movies recently. It's been
To be
a
fair,
thing.
we've been off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. So that's 14 days for you to just
Yeah,
go crazy.
I don't know where I left off on my Spider-Man Mondays thing, but we completed that. We saw all the live actions.
I think we were just finished with Tobey Maguire, and we were moving on to Andrew Garfield.
No, I think we talked about that. But point is, finished off the Spider-Man Mondays, which was fine. I'm just gonna rattle off some movies. You don't have to stay on any of them, but yeah, I saw that. I saw the re-release of The Crow, which was fabulous to see on a big screen because I've never seen it on a big screen. It's one of my favorite movies.
And you say I have to watch that.
You
I have
do,
to.
yeah. We're gonna cover that at some
Okay.
point. I rewatched Easy Rider. Went to the Zombie Fest at the Mahoney Drive-In.
Oh my God, how
tonight
was that?
gone. Yeah, it was awesome. The 35mm prints of these movies look beautiful. I watched Dark City on our guest's recommendation, the director's cut.
Yes.
Blood Simple is a fantastic movie. I know you guys said you haven't
We
seen it
don't
yet.
have the time for you to
I know.
discuss Blood Simple.
We're not gonna.
Okay.
As I said, I'm blowing past it.
Okay.
Let me blow
Go.
past it. Blood Simple, fabulous movie. But the only one I really want to touch on really quick, because I know you're a fan of Kurosawa also.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Dreams?
No, I own it.
Yeah.
I have it. I just haven't watched it
Dude,
yet.
watch it. It is something special. for me. Like I was like watching, I was mesmerized by it. And there's a couple sequences in it that are rather disturbing, which was neat because I'm like, dead inside at this point in my life, so like nothing really affects me. I'm like, I referred to In a Violent Nature as a neat movie. Yeah. That's where I'm at. This one was just very like,
I not to make you a serial killer, but it makes you feel things that you wouldn't normally feel.
Kurosawa just he knows how to get to the heart of things sometimes.
Absolutely.
And these are all just based off of dreams that he had, and they're just really interesting to watch. But if you have some time, people at home, go look up Dreams from Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah, I actually did a lot of reading recently, and I just finished a book that I got about Wes Anderson directing and stuff, and he talks about Akira Kurosawa, and being a huge influence on his work, and
has this Wes Anderson done anything of note?
Not that I know of. No, but I guess in the movie Isle of Dogs, like that stop motion film he did, and
that may be my favorite movie.
Oh, he does stop motion?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I saw that with Ross Jones.
Oh yeah, and I remember.
And I'm pretty sure he hated it.
I don't like it. Nah, it's not for me. That's like a Ross.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. He actually based the mayor off of Toshiro Mifune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I think that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
sure.
Fact check us, everybody at home. Let us know if EJ said that name in a very insensitive manner.
You don't want those people correcting us.
Oh, we
just
do.
So you know.
We welcome all you trolls that don't have lives.
It might be Mufune. I don't know if it's Mufune or Mufune.
Well, that makes you a very cold person to not know. So.
But I was like, oh yeah, and because they had some pictures, and as soon as I saw the puppet, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks just like him. Especially in what's the movie where he thinks his son is kidnapped? High and Low.
High and Low. Sure.
Yeah. He definitely looks like Toshiro in that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So, I don't believe you read a book, but cool.
What are all these squiggly lines?
Yeah.
So everything that you've watched, where does it rank compared to what we are covering this week? Like,
hey, EJ, what are we covering this week?
This week, we are covering the one and only The Invisible Man.
From
Claude Rains.
1933 is what I was looking for.
Yeah. It's insane.
So people were confused. They're like, oh, they're covering that new one. Like, nope. We're going all the way back to the 30s.
Yeah.
So here's what's mind-boggling to me is how far away are we from this movie being 100 years old?
Not too far away.
7 years?
8 or 7 years. How insane is that?
That's crazy.
It's a top-notch movie, but we're not going to talk too much about how we feel about
get into it. Do your thing. Do your thing.
No, I just have to say, like, the special effects of this movie, it's actually unbelievable.
Yes.
In certain scenes, I was like, I can't believe they pulled this off in the 1930s.
Yes, and I'll get to my thoughts on people who are watching this in the 30s. But go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what's really interesting for everybody at home? They're listening to a podcast, so in a sense, we're like invisible men.
Oh my
Did you ever think of it that way?
Yeah, because I don't look at you as a human, or I don't look at you as a real person.
Well, everybody at home, they just hear our voices and they say, where are they?
Fair
I don't
enough.
see them.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can get on
And
with
we're
that.
really in your closet.
Sometimes we're in your closet.
Sometimes we're in the dryer.
I would love that to be like an 80s horror movie. Sometimes we're in the dryer.
That sounds like it would be an 80s
Like one of
movie.
those like weird ones that crept by everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like sometimes they come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes they're in the dryer.
Yeah, I like
They're in
that.
the dryer.
Sometimes they're in the dryer.
You know how you put in 2 socks and 1 sock comes out? Well, sometimes they're in the dryer.
Yeah,
That's the
dryer. That's
trailer.
where I put them.
Are we writing this?
Honey, I put 2 socks in there.
Two socks.
Where's the other sock?
They were a pair.
Like I said 80s and now I'm all the way back in the 50s.
2 socks today. Okay.
I was doing the Charleston. It's like, what?
I can't afford to keep buying socks. That's the horror movie.
A pair. But some of the acting in this movie is like incredible too.
Oh my God, yes.
I like.
Is it the same lady from? Oh, we'll
Bride
get
of
there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. Go
We'll
ahead.
get to her because when EJ says some fantastic acting, he may not be referring to her. I'm not sure.
I'm referring to her.
Okay.
No.
An actress that was like, you know, if you're judging people's levels from a 1 to a 10, she was about a 25.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
She's like, okay, you want me to like, how do you want me to do the scene? You know, just take your time, go at like a medium pace, and then it's like 1 to 60 right away. She's
While
like,
she was when she was performing, James Whale must have been getting phone calls. He's like asking everybody. He's like, "Oh, how did it come out?" And they're just like, "Well, we don't want to be mean." She sounded great.
yeah.
You've said before, like, acting for the back row. I feel like she was acting for the people that were in line outside waiting for tickets to get into the show.
She was acting for box office.
Yeah, she was acting
People who like to enjoy a concert from the parking lot.
And let me tell you, wow, she was good.
Yeah.
She was, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I enjoyed Claude Rains in this. A lot,
Dude,
too.
he's awesome in general. Did you ever see
Who
like
was Claude Rains?
So did you ever see like Casablanca, the Hitchcock movie Notorious?
Nope.
That's like the best Hitchcock movie that no one talks about.
Okay.
Well, not a lot of people. Not a lot of people I've ever met.
Who did Claude Rains play in this one?
He was
Invisible
the
Man.
He was the
Invisible
Invisible Man.
Yeah.
So we didn't see him until the very end of the
Yeah.
movie, right? Correct. But
That was his contractual
Yeah, yeah.
obligation. Please
Um,
show me in this movie.
but again, great voice and
Oh, it was
great
amazing
acting.
voice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm assuming that he was under all of the acting through that.
Yeah,
all that,
probably.
yeah. Fantastic.
And
Or he was like behind the camera just yelling his
yeah,
lines.
just yelling his lines. Yeah.
There's definitely.
We'll get it in ADR. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it.
We'll get it in post.
But there are definitely moments in this where he's like unwrapping his bandages, and he's got that laugh that is like
Yeah.
like I would say Jack Nicholson probably based his Joker laugh
Off of.
on this, and especially when he's like doing the bandages thing, it reminded me of like Tim Burton's Batman a lot when he's
Yeah.
like, and he starts to laugh and he's like taking the bandages off.
It's a cackle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's like a gleeful, macabre kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's neat.
yeah.
It's a neat choice.
Kemp, you're my number one guy.
Batman 89, everyone.
Still holds up.
Let's get into this movie. So the film starts with a man just treading through the snowstorm, and he's heading to
With some beautiful wides.
beautiful.
I
It
was going to
looks
say,
great.
do we want to get into that already? Like the shot of him walking up with snow and
Dude,
it looks so
that's
good.
like you could just print that out and stick it on your wall.
Yeah.
Takes a gun right out of your mouth.
Yep.
This whole beginning
Yeah,
reminds me of like an American Werewolf in London.
Dude,
The
it's in my
whole-
notes.
Yes, I
agree.
to the T. Like the moors a little bit
Yeah.
of England. He's walking through, and then he comes across the Lion's Den, which is kind of like those those
Lion's Head, the name of the
Lion's
Head.
pub.
Yeah, Lion's Head, and it's like in an American Werewolf, it's the slaughtered lamb,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like weird parallels that I feel like they watched probably The Invisible Man more than The Wolf Man.
know.
And they're like, let's get that bar in here. Let's the whole setting. We got to use that.
They didn't even go back to the original Wolfman, an American Werewolf in London, because she's like, oh, is that the one with Oliver Reed?
Yeah. It's like they don't even. Yeah, but
No love for the original Wolfman.
I know. I like the Wolf.
That's one of my top favorite Universal monster films. I love
Yeah.
that movie with Lon Chaney Jr.
Remind me to ask you at the end of this where this ranks in the Universal realm for you guys.
Okay.
Please. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So the film starts off with this guy. He's treading through the snow, and it's definitely Jack, and who's our main character, the Invisible Man. And he has all bandages over him and like some glasses covering his eyes.
Some
And-
goggles.
Some goggles, yeah. And he gets to the Lion's Head, which is a local bar packed with just people, like
Local
locals
drunks.
and
Yeah.
local drunks. And this guy, he comes in, and everyone stops chatting and just stares at him.
Like a Western.
Yeah.
Very much so. But also, Vince, I wanted to take the time to demand something for Three Jacks.
Go ahead.
Old time piano.
Oh, yeah.
One of those pianos,
If we
like in this movie where they stick the
quarter
change
in
into
and they
it,
crank it, and I'm in for that.
And then
Yeah.
some talentless hack can just sit there and pretend he's playing.
Some yuck.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
all act like he's actually playing.
Yes.
I can do that.
despite
Just
how
for that laugh. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Old time piano, everybody. Bring
Yeah.
it back.
I'll bring him back.
I mean, one of those is only like $4,000, so yeah, we'll get one of those in here right away.
Right away.
Barely afford payroll, but sure, let's get a piano in here. Got it. Go
Hey,
ahead.
what if I donate an old time piano to the bar?
You could donate cash and we could survive longer, but okay, do a piano.
Old time piano it is.
A piano it is. So he asks for a room, and this lady, this very...
I would say he doesn't ask for a room, he demands a room.
he does, yeah. So that's the thing about this character. He's he has like no filter or no manners. Really.
Well,
He's
what it is
Never
that...
dealt with other human beings before.
No, it's not that. It's just that the side effect of being invisible is being a dick.
That's weird because you're not invisible.
I know. I'm in your face being a dick.
So he asks for a room. Well, demands a room. And we get to meet this lady, and she's a real charmer.
Is it the same lady from...
Una O'Connor.
Is
I
it the
believe
same
was her
one
name.
from Bride of Frankenstein?
Oh,
Same
yeah.
lady?
Did
Okay,
you not
good.
remember that?
I mean,
awful
I feel like you
shrill
can't.
voice?
I think
feel
her
like
name
you
is
can't forget
Mary
it.
in both of them,
Yes,
too.
and she's been in fantastic in everything I've seen her in.
Una O'Connor. Yes,
It's
that's
the
her
same-
name.
Oh, what great!
She played
Wonderful.
Jenny Hall in this movie.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
Ginny Hall. Yeah.
That's her name in the movie.
Oh, and then
This movie we're covering.
she was Mary, right? In Bride of Frankenstein? Is
I
that
just,
her name?
dude,
I forget.
I never take the time to figure out her name is because I'm always just waiting for her to get off screen, like white knuckled. Because it's like her only go-to is just to start screaming.
She has a wonderful scream, though. I feel like it's
Is
a
it?
cinematic. No, it's not. It's actually pretty bad.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis is known for having a great scream in a horror film.
Yeah.
She's got like the type of scream that like makes glasses explode.
Yes. That's a great. Yes. A great visual.
Dogs all cower.
She just screams, and out of nowhere too. Or later on, we'll get to it, but she just like has this scream.
It's a howl, if
Right.
you will. Yeah.
Because we'll get to
I
that
just
part.
feel like James Whale was the only person that thought that she was funny. Like he's like, dude, everyone's gonna love you, and they're just like, James, could you just stop? Could you putting her in
No,
this
he
movie?
loved it.
So everyone downstairs is talking crap about him, and upstairs alone, he starts to unwrap his bandages, and we notice, right away that he's invisible. Like, we see a little bit of his mouth is gone.
And he pulls up the napkin or whatever.
Oh,
That's
I
so
love
She
funny.
walks in.
Yeah. So when the lady comes back, she brings this man food and catches this brief glimpse, and she's like, goes downstairs. It's like, oh my god, it's terrible. It must have been an horrible accident. Like, not horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible accident.
He suffered
Lost
from...
half his mouth, he did.
Lost half his mouth, he did.
What kind of accident is that?
I don't know. She goes in and
Kinda
out of
Irish.
accents.
Yeah, she's in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like in and out of accents. So
Yeah.
it's like it goes Irish to like a British accent to sometimes American. I
So
don't know.
there's this.
It's a grab bag of act.
It's-
of,
yeah.
of
I believe it's
accents.
called Mid-Atlantic, which is like literally the term Mid-Atlantic. Like, you have people who are from New England that were coming over, and it's all like a conglomerate of accents from all of those countries over there that are coming over to America, which is kind of weird.
That's a fancy way of saying she wasn't trained. But go on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So meanwhile,
Can I just say real quick that
Yeah.
I watched this with my wife, and one of the things that she pointed out is, does no one knock anymore?
No.
No, you just barge right in.
Yeah, back in the day, there was no knocking.
It doesn't matter. No knocking. Hey, could I come in? Just barge in. Which I get with the one part, like, she forgot the mustard. Like, she's got to bring it right back because, God forbid, he eats a sandwich.
Knocking on doors left the day that the Juggernaut was invented.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. So meanwhile, Flora is worrying about Jack, and Jack is the Invisible Man, and Flora is his girlfriend, maybe one day fiance.
Flora is the daughter of Dr.
Cranley.
Not only that, but she's the great Gloria Stewart from Titanic.
Oh,
she's Old Rose.
And let me ask you guys a question: wasn't she a dish? And also, still just cannot shut up about Jack.
Yeah, I know. Well, I thought that was hilarious. I was watching this with Robin, who's never seen it, and I'm like, yeah, that's Rose when she was younger. And she's like, oh, no way. And then she's like, oh, Jack. She's like, and she's talking about Jack? And I'm like, yeah. This movie has it all.
At one point, my wife said, I'd like to throw her off the boat.
So, her father and Dr. Kemp do not care. They're like, he's probably just out and about. Who knows? And I think Kemp is kind of like trying to move in on Jack's girlfriend a little bit, like on
these
Flora.
movies always have that kind of a friend in it.
Yeah,
like they have like the mad scientist off somewhere in the world. Yes. And the friend is just like hanging out with the girlfriend, like trying to move in on her, simultaneously shit talking the friend the entire time.
Right. And later on, Jack is like, "Oh, you're my best mate. You're my best friend."
He calls him a bosom buddy.
Yeah, we're bosom buddies.
So I'm gonna skip ahead to something in my notes. We'll go right on down the line. Are we bosom buddies?
Yeah, you are.
You're on Freakles?
The two of you?
Yeah.
Me? No.
Yeah.
You two? Yes, 100%. Me?
Really?
No, not so much.
Why aren't you our bosom buddy?
What classifies as a bosom buddy?
A buddy with bosoms.
Well,
nailed
I'm
it.
a buddy, and I have bosoms, so I guess...
Be our bosom buddy.
All right, fair enough, guys.
Hey, Vince is our bosom buddy now.
Thank you, Vince, for
Didn't ask for it, but okay.
And we're still not going to pay him.
Oh, family's starving.
Well, stop eating all the food, Vince. So, back with Jack, he is working on an experiment to kind of return to his original visible form. And it's been a week now, and the barmaid, Ginny, is sick of him. She goes up and she tries to give him some food, and he just snaps at her, and she lets out this scream, which is ridiculous.
As if she was stabbed in the back. Yes.
Because he slaps the tray, and
he essentially shuts the door, and by him shutting the door, she drops the tray, and then she
just
loses
like
her shit.
And then she goes down to the thing and just complains. It's not like...
She was kind of flailing her arms as she ran down the steps.
As one does.
Yes.
Right. She saw something horrific or terrible, but no, he just shut the door
on her after he asked her, please don't disturb me. She was like, I don't care. Lunch is at 1 o'clock, whether you want it or not, you're getting it.
Yeah, so she complains to her husband. She's like, I need you to kick him out. He's spilling stuff on our carpet, our good bar carpet that we have up there. And Mr. Hall's like, okay, I'll go talk to him. So Mr. Hall goes upstairs, and he's like, listen, we're going to have to, have you leave. You haven't paid us.
Yeah.
And you're getting stuff on the carpets. That's a big thing for us.
That's it. It is
a
big thing here.
A big thing. Please do not mess our carpets. And Jack is like, oh, please, just let me stay. I'm working on this experiment. I'm almost done. I'm right there. I'm gonna get it any second now. And he's like, well, you haven't paid us. And Jack's like, I have a guy. The money's coming.
It's on its way.
I have a guy.
I got a guy. I got a money guy.
I got a money guy, and it's coming, man. It's just be patient. And so Mr. Hell's like, no, get out of here.
And then he's like, she gave me a choice. It's either you or me, and you have to go. Which I'd kind of be like, I mean, do you want to stick around?
I mean, see my notes. It says the barkeep more or less says, if you don't leave,
she will.
And I put the barkeep chose wrong.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in a sense.
Right.
If anything, I would have like put like one of those little feet things underneath his feet from the put 'em up. You know?
He chose Kemp to be his partner when he should have chose this guy to be his partner.
Yeah.
Get rid of her.
Get rid of
You
her.
have the bar. It's already there. All the alcohol and all the things you need. You have a room established.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of her and you stay and we'll hang out and let's get invisible and stuff.
I never knew how to get her out of this bar. I didn't. She gave me a choice. I'm choosing right this time.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
So eventually, Jack attacks Mr. Hall, and they call the police on him.
Yes. Is this at the point where she runs down to the bar and they have all of the drinks behind the bar and she pulls a tab of gin? How cool is that bar?
That
Really?
Was
bar
I
is
the only
cool.
one that noticed that? There's a vodka, there's a rum, there's a whiskey and all that stuff, and it's all in barrels, and she can just pull whatever she wants. But the other thing is, like, did you notice the little cup that sit underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
How dirty do you think that gets?
Oh, back then?
Yeah. Did they care? No.
No.
But just the idea of, like, they're pouring liquor into this, and then it just sits there for until the next person gets a drink. Just blew my mind.
Huh.
Yeah. You know
Sorry.
how musty that is?
Musty.
Musty.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would-
Grimy.
Yeah.
Musty,
grimy.
grimy. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whole...
Got
Because
a
they're like
mouthful
cooking-
of dust, I did.
mouthful of slime. So slimy.
So slimy this thing is. So
I have to chew me whiskey.
yeah.
I have to choose it.
So Miss Ginny Hall is insane in this movie. She's like on a different level of acting.
Yeah.
Like you said, she's acting for the box office outside of the theater.
She's acting for the people watching at home.
She's on 42nd
Still.
Street, and she's performing for 49th. But yeah, so the police arrive, and they ask
Oh,
Jack...
this guy was classic.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Is this like... You told me that I would enjoy this for the humor involved in it.
Yes.
Is this part of it?
Are we talking about that cop that has
The
absolutely
mustache. No. Don't
no
refer to-
right to be in a major movie?
I was going to say, don't refer to him as a cop. Refer to him as a mustache with a badge. Because that's essentially what he was. A giant mustache with a badge.
Is he literally the guy that was like, he's
Going invisible.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's like he says it very nonchalant.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a serious case of the invisibles.
Like it's happened
dealt with
before.
that before.
You know this bar, we get them all the time. They come in here, visible men, and they leave invisible.
It's the South Side for you. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a South Side problem.
So
What does that mean?
So the police arrive and they ask Jack to go with him, and Jack drives them away by peeling away his bandages, and Jack then strips down and laughs like a lunatic. And this part, like I said before, kind of reminds me of Jack Nicholson in like Batman '89.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like taking off the bandages, and just the way his
So
hands
awesome.
are, and like it just looks so cool. Especially when he is taking off the face part, and you kind of see like almost like the skull.
contours of... Yes.
Yeah,
In
it's so good.
my notes it says Invisible Man reveal. God damn, that's cool.
So cool.
How was that done in 1933? Do you guys know? Do you have this?
So I was reading up on it and I don't fucking understand a thing I read.
It's not green screen, right? It's like... It's...
Make sense out of this. Rains wore black velvet clothing and performed in front of a black velvet background
Yes.
to make it appear as if he wasn't there when he took off his bandages. The black velvet was also non-reflective. Rains also wore clingy black fabric over his skin. Compositing. Scenes of Rains in front of the black background were composited onto 2 shots of the sets with other actors. This made it appear as if the clothes he wore on top were moving by themselves.
That's a segment we call reading from the internet. So it's essentially...
Reading directly from my phone.
So it's
I
essentially
think
not...
I get it. Yeah.
It's not a green screen, it's a black velvet screen? Or
Yeah,
that
yeah,
black
I think-
velvet type of thing
So-
where...
Yeah, like they had him dress like underneath had the black velvet under the bandages and stuff. And so when they filmed that whole sequence, it was against the black
velvet, so
itself.
it essentially
so it just
did the
made
same
them look
the same
like,
thing as a green screen would do,
Right.
but back.
except
Incorrect. Sorcery.
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 So here's my question. Imagine it's 1934 or 1933 and you're watching this. You guys are movie nerds. Could you imagine being a new movie nerd in 1933 and seeing this?
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, right around the same time they got King Kong. So it was sort of like this little window of time where they were just like really pushing the boundaries of this stuff. And it probably was rather mind-blowing. Because some of these movies, you know, it sort of looked like they filmed like on a stage at a local playhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of these like shots were a little
Right.
flat and uninteresting. And then they do the Invisible Man, and it's just like these incredible effect shots where, you know, we can just go on the internet and be like, how'd they do that? Black velvet suit?
Yeah.
Sure. But back then they were probably like, sorcery.
So this was
Sorcery.
shot on a stage. The whole thing was shot on stage.
I would
right?
assume so.
So here's my other question.
Yes.
Is how many people in 1933, 1934, after they've watched this, believe that it was possible for an invisible man to exist? There's no internet. There's no, like, it's literally the talkies, or not even talkies. You hear about extra, like, that's how you got your news back in those days.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people during this time period thought it's literally possible for there to be an invisible man.
No one.
No one?
Well, you know what's weird? So I would say for
Moving
me,
on.
for no one.
No one. All right, fair enough.
For me, it was like The Matrix. Like seeing The Matrix for the first time, I was like blown away when he's dodging bullets.
Yes.
But I also knew I'm not going to go out there and try to dodge
bullets?
We tried that.
Shit.
Yeah,
Do you remember
tried
that?
it.
You
Yeah.
guys went with Timmy, right? How was
Yeah.
Timmy?
Yeah.
We have, well,
Still dead.
Okay.
Still-
Fair enough.
yeah.
he actually did dodge the first bullet. It was a subsequent 6 that
It
we
was
fired
the
in close
6
succession.
bullets that
Yeah.
got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, he dodged the first one, but it ricocheted back and still hit him.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate.
Hey, can we take
Fair
a
enough.
drink for Timmy?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Timmy.
To Timmy.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks-
for the memories.
Thanks for taking those bullets so we didn't have to.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine being during this era? Like, I feel like some of this stuff could be feasible for most people.
So
No,
there's this
yeah.
thing that like you know you don't really hear about it anymore, but they would refer to it as movie magic.
yeah.
And back when movies were just would dazzle you,
Yeah.
you know, because they were always
This
trying to
did,
things.
Yeah.
We don't really get that anymore because we're like, how'd they do that? A computer. Oh.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I imagine it was kind of incredible because even like watching it last night, I was like, damn, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only does it look cool, but I'm
In 2024,
I just
it still
can't-
looks awesome.
I can't get out of the mindset of being during that time period and thinking like, oh, maybe there is a lunatic, mad scientist that could actually do this thing.
So Jack ends up choking out a cop and takes off. He like literally just chokes him out, and smacking people with brooms, pushing people over,
Throwing
pushing
glasses. Yeah.
stealing bicycles, and he actually pushes over a baby carriage, and I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
If you're going to do something, go big or go home.
If
Yeah.
you're gonna be an invisible man, push a baby
Push a
carriage
baby.
over.
Yeah.
Right.
I get that.
And so-
But it was cool though because prior to him knocking over that baby carriage, I saw me some ducks. I saw a
dogs.
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The acting was immaculate.
Yeah.
You think that Invisible Man shit was blowing people's minds back then? Those baby ducks,
Yeah.
they were the showstopper.
Adorbs.
Yeah. Totes.
So go
Totes
fuck
for
yourself, Vince, with your Invisible Man shit.
Hey, man.
Give me
thanks,
some baby ducks and
Thanks
a
for
horse.
attacking me for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not done with you.
We're not done with you. So Dr. Cranley and Dr. Kemp, they're trying to trace Jack's notes and find a list of chemicals that caused his experiment to work. And they suspect that Jack will succumb to madness due to one flower that is used in the experiment.
Yes.
And I think it's, what is it called? Manicon?
Sure.
Manicone or something? And
Manigote?
so,
Manigote? No,
Matthew
that's
McConaughey.
The Sopranos.
And,
It's called the McConaughey.
the McConaughey. And
It's like
all right,
one of the
no.
side effects when you take is you just keep going, all right, all right, all right.
All right.
No, it goes, all right, oh no. So Flora and it's all upset. And this
with the experiment that they're talking about,
yeah,
they said that they experimented on a dog
with a dog,
and it lost its mind. So in my notes, I put they should make the invisible woof.
Just for the dog?
Just an invisible puppy.
That would be amazing.
And he kind of walks around.
But how do you pet it?
That's the drama.
Yeah.
I want to pet this dog, but I can't find him.
I just want to give it belly rubs.
I want to pet his little belly.
I don't know how to.
But you don't know where the dog is, and the dog is wise to the game and keeps disappearing on you. So we had to stop for editing reasons. So once again, the invisible woof.
No, it's the Invisible Man. We're still covering.
No. They need to make that movie.
Oh,
The Invisible
The Invisible
Woof.
Woof.
Yeah, the Invisible Woof. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. I think it'll end pretty quick because no one could see the dog crossing a road, right?
Oh.
Edit.
That's
No!
good. Not only am I not going to edit that out of the episode, EJ, but I'm going to elevate the audio so that it's peaking. It's in the red.
That's
and
our cold
everyone's
open.
mad just hearing it because it's so loud.
Let everybody know how much you hate dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I love dogs.
Yeah, well, why are you saying there
Really?
should get...
Can you? Do you?
We have you on record saying that all dogs should get run over.
No, I said all dogs should go to heaven, but that doesn't mean they should get hit by a car to get there.
I mean, you of all people, you went to that high school. You wrestled for that team. You should know better.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean,
So once again, the invisible woof. Moving on.
So Dr. Kemp hears a radio broadcast that the Invisible Man attacked a village, and all the villagers are kind of like losing their mind, and people think it's like a hoax.
it's a lot for them to deal with.
Right. And then he gets a visit from Jack himself. And Jack is asking for Kim's help with shelter, but also like fixing...
But no. I want to point this out again. He's not asking for help.
Oh, yeah.
He is demanding he do the things that he tells him to do.
And then
Yeah.
he puts his bare butt on his rocking chair.
That's how
Yeah,
it
he
does.
does. We should make a version of the Invisible Man, but like we could see him. So it's just this naked guy running through town.
It's a totally different movie at that point.
Totally.
The You Wish Invisible Man.
So this is just a man with special needs that thinks he's invisible, but no one knows. Everybody
Oh
knows
wait,
that.
that would be a really funny twist on that. That he thought his experiment worked. He's like, I can get away with anything.
No one can
He's just
see
like
me.
completely naked. It's like, Jack, I could see you.
And people are screaming because he's actually naked, not because he's invisible.
They're screaming because I'm invisible.
It's like, oh my God, there's a naked man in town, but he just doesn't hear them.
Right, and he's running around.
And he's like,
just
"You're screaming because I'm invisible." Like, no,
This naked man pushes over a baby carriage.
get away!
It's like riding away on the bike naked.
Yeah, he took my bike.
That's the movie I want to see. He's just so excited about his success in his own mind.
Being
Yes.
invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, quotation mark.
Quotation marks. Invisible.
He's like, look at me. I'm not invisible. It's like, Jack, I see everything.
In literally everything, man. And he's just like, what do you mean? And he does the Sharon Stone look
Yeah.
crossing his legs.
I see all of your kibbles and bits. Yes.
Hey, you know what'd be really funny? So he thinks he's invisible, and then his friends are just fucking with him the whole movie, and they're acting like he's... Oh yeah, Jack, you're invisible. Hey, let's go out to dinner. I can sit at any table I want.
You sure can, buddy. This is amazing. I'm gonna run into this bank and steal anything I want. I'm sure they'll just give it to you.
Like, it doesn't matter.
He's just so confused.
Everyone's just so shocked.
It's such a great movie if that's what it was.
Let's make it. Seriously. Vince, are you busy?
What is it called though? Is it the non-invisible man?
It's,
Or, no.
Invisible just has quotes. The Invisible Man.
Or just the visible man.
Well, we have the technology now that we could just get Vince and put him in the spots of the Invisible Man. So he's in the old movie.
And we have all that footage of him naked.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I said that into the mic, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
guys
a
have access to my iCloud.
EJ,
It's all
Yeah.
we've got millions of miles worth of footage.
hours upon hours.
hours, minutes.
Gardening,
Same length as that Oppenheimer IMAX film.
washing dishes, folding clothes, just nude.
You're always just.
Yeah.
This
How I
is
do.
perfect for you. At the Lion's Head, the chief inspector shows up, and he thinks all these people are crazy. He's like, I don't believe anything you're
They
saying.
kind of are, but yeah.
Yeah. And then we get where Jack, he's at Kim's house, and he dresses up in his signature bandages robe look.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
Iconic as F.
Iconic. And he has those, like, iconic sunglasses on.
Cool Doc Ock glasses.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so he chats with Kim about how everything went down and his intentions now of using his new invisibility, and he wants Kim to be his accomplice. He's like, Kim, you're my number one guy. And he's like, we could do anything we want. And first on the list, murder. We could do murder. And
He's like, well, I mean, not sure why I would want to do that.
he's like, no, for funsies. And
He could have gone to like banks or anything like that,
Yeah.
but he right out of the gate, murder and rape. Those
Yeah.
were her two.
He went right to
his
that,
top of
yeah.
the list.
Yeah.
He
we can
loved
get
that.
away with anything.
I like when he is basically telling Kim not to cross him. This is a literal line from the movie. I'm strong and I'll strangle you, understand?
Yes.
And that used to be my old pickup line.
Yeah.
Did-
That was- and it worked.
It did. The strangling part.
The
But anyway.
strangling part, yeah. So Kim, he kind of reluctantly agrees, and Kim drives Jack to Lion's Den to retrieve his notebooks. And he goes in, he sneaks in, and Jack heads in, and Kim...
Again, he's not asking; he's telling him,
Right.
"You're doing this with me, whether you want to or not. You're part of this."
Exactly. And so Jack heads in as Kemp waits for him, and Jack sneaks in, gets his books, then has a little run-in with the patrons, possibly murdering another cop, and reassures it...
Possibly.
Yeah, he actually reassures it in the car. He's like, yeah, I smashed the cop's head in. I'm like, oh, so he did murder that
Yes,
cop.
he did.
Because you don't really, you just see it, like, it cuts away, so you're not really sure. You're like, I think he
I
strangled
think
him
he
to
killed.
death.
No, he did. He
And then
confirmed
it's like,
it.
I
Yeah.
smashed his head
Yeah.
in. I'm like,
So a little bit before that is my favorite bit of acting in this movie.
Please.
So they're all having their little meeting, right? And the door blows open, like it gets pushed open
The
because
kids?
obviously he comes in,
Yeah.
and they blame it on the kid. So she goes out there and starts yelling at them, and this kid just goes, we never touched it."
wait, can you do that line again?
We never touched it.
So good.
Perfect. We never touched it.
That's like that part made me laugh so hard last night.
So,
It was good, but the way you performed it was better. Yeah, it was
thanks.
good.
Yeah,
I like, yeah.
back at the Kimpus.
Not that there's an invisible man on the loose and anybody could have done it. Blame the kids.
I know
Yeah, blame the
they're
kid.
really like blasé about something that
Yes.
he would do.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, this invisible man could do anything.
He
the door
would do.
blows open. They're like, probably the wind.
Yeah, the kids.
It's the freaking kids again. Never touched it.
They're just like hassling those kids though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, of all the things the Invisible Man can do, like open doors and just walk in any place he wants, right? They're like, it's the kids.
It's the kids.
Oh, the
Yeah.
weather. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So, back at the Kemp estate, Jack lays out some plans with Kemp, and meanwhile, the police divide up areas and they're trying to find the Invisible Man. And at one point, they're trying to, like, comb a room.
They offer $1,000 for anyone who could help catch the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
At
And
this
I
point
love-
in my notes, it says they should make the movie called The Invisible Mousey. Moving on.
So
Are you talking about the net scene where they're in a room and they take
Yeah.
a net and they cast it and they go? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Is that when they're like all holding hands
Yes.
and stuff? Yeah.
No. This is when there's a bunch of people in the room, and then they hold a net across the room, and then they sweep the room, and then he makes them sit crisscross applesauce so he can tell them a story.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Or there's like they're playing Duck, Duck,
Yeah.
Goose.
Duck,
Yeah.
Duck, Goose. Yeah.
Yeah. A radio broadcast gives warning about the Invisible Man and to keep calm, too. And so Kemp calls Flora's father, Dr. Cranley, and tells Kemp, Cranley's like, keep quiet, don't say anything to anyone. And then Flora goes and talks to her father, and immediately Dr. Cranley's like, oh, so the Invisible Man's Jack. It's like, Dad, really? He's like, yeah, it's him. It's
clearly.
him. It's-
The
yeah.
fact that you haven't figured this out yet is astonishing to me.
Right.
That's Clarence from It's a Wonderful Life, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah, Dr. Cranley.
This movie has everything.
So Kim calls the police and asks them to come to his place, and he then lets Jack into his study, and Jack spots a car approaching, and it's Flora with her father. And so at one point, Jack is like, "Oh, you called the police. I see how it is." He's like, "No, it's Dr. Cranley and Flora." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he goes and he
Exact
talks-
line.
Yeah, it's cool. And
What is he on Community? That timeline is confusing as hell because I feel like he calls and then the police show up, and who shows up first versus the police was just
right, yeah, like Flora and Cranley show up first, and
which is just convenient for plot, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, which is fine.
And then Flora and Jack, they go upstairs and they're talking, and she wants to help him, and he said he did it all for her. He's like, I did all of this. This is all for you. He's like, I want to be rich. I want to be famous.
And she's like, you did all of what for me? And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't. What? Huh?
What?
I wasn't expecting a
I
follow-up.
wasn't. Don't stop.
I thought we were just going to stop here.
And then she's like, I have to warn you about the dangers of the monochrome flower. But he's like, I don't care.
I don't-
It's fine.
yeah, I don't wanna hear it.
And then that's when the cops all arrive. And he looks out. He's like, oh, I see how it. And he like pretty much repeats the same line.
Yes.
That he just said to Kemp before.
I know why Kemp went downstairs to. Yeah.
Yeah. But first he's like, I see what you're doing to me. Like he thinks it's Flora at first that called the cops. And then she's like, no, it was Kemp. He's like, oh, of course it was Kemp. He was in the study. He locked the door and I... Fuck this guy.
Thought he was my bro.
And so, yeah, the cops come and Jack...
Actual words from the movie. Yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
So Jack confronts Kemp about his betrayal. And then he's like, listen, man, I'm going to kill you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. You be there or be square. But 10 p.m., let me tell you the time one more time. 10 p.m., I'll be there.
By the flagpole. In the playground.
Be there, buddy.
When Jack left the house, did you think it was weird when Flora looked into the camera and she was like, he exists now, only in my memories?
I did. I was
Did you
like,
find that
oh.
weird?
Perfect.
Yeah. I thought it was weird that she had like the what is it called?
I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah, I forgot. So
Hey, do
anyways,
you find it interesting that Gloria Stewart in Titanic really just wasted everybody's time?
Oh
Yeah.
God, that
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
Yeah, she got herself
Yeah.
a free boat ride, and then she just dropped that necklace that seemed like a lot of people's careers were riding on. She just dumps it into the water.
It's been 84 years. Like, we have stuff. We have submarines. We don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
She's like, well, no, hold on. I'm going to give you like a 3-hour story
No.
and not give you the information you asked for.
Hey, old lady, shut up. Do you have the diamond or not?
wait, did you guys
No?
watch the deleted scenes for this?
Oh, please.
Because there's there's actually
What do you mean?
What
There's
do you
actually a
mean?
couple scenes where she's older and they're like looking for the serum that would turn them invisible, and the whole time She's like, well, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. And then at the end, she drops it off the snowbank.
She goes, just lets it go.
And she just dies.
Yeah.
Conveniently.
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a
Yeah.
good scene. They should put it into the director's cut.
Or, did you see the one deleted scene?
Oh,
where,
there's more.
Yeah, she has the cure, and Jack is there, and he's like, yeah, I'm just hoping to get the cure. And she's like, I don't know where it is. And then the next scene, she just drops it in the toilet.
Did you see
God damn.
the deleted scene
Yes.
where Jack gives her a coat? I put the cure in the coat. And I put the coat on her.
I think Mary said that line, right?
Yeah.
Or Ginny from the beginning. She said that
Jenny
line.
from the block.
Yeah. No. The barmaid
Yeah, I know.
from this.
was
Ginny.
doing a thing.
Yeah. Ginny from the block. But,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. So,
If you'd like to see this version of the Invisible Man, please write to us. We've got sway over long dead filmmakers.
yes.
This episode isn't that long. I hope all of this makes it.
So Jack torments the cops with okay, this part is kind of weird. So he threatens Dr. Kemp. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. You fucked me over so hard. I'm gonna fucking kill you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And so he's like, I'm out, right? So he jumps out and he's naked and he's running by all the cops and he's not like just running away. He's actually like
He's
has
taunting
time.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like taunting them. He's like,
It's
here's
awesome.
a nipple twister.
Slap the one guy's ass.
Yeah, he,
Purple nurple.
he just like slaps a guy in the face, and then he's like also twisting their noses. He's like, "Oh, got your nose!" And
your
he's
nose.
like, yeah, running away. And so then Kim tells the inspector he was threatened. He's like, he threatened my life. He said 10 o'clock tomorrow he's gonna kill me. And Kim tells him it's Griffin, Jack Griffin. And at first they're like, all right, Crenley, you know who it is? And Crenley's like, nah, I ain't giving it up this time. And the inspector's like, come on, who is it? And Kim's like, it's Jack Griffin. It's fucking Jack Griffin, man. He threatened my life. Get this guy. And they're like, oh, yeah, the scientist that's like also
Always
working with you."
experimenting on going invisible. Of course it's him.
Oh, of course. So then we cut over to
I
Jack.
love how the dad is trying to hide it. It's like, no, there's only one person doing this.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's just like, yeah. So Jack murders two random guys via hill, and so he just like pushes two guys off this hill.
Which is hysterical.
Yeah, it's actually really funny.
He pushes one guy, and then he tells the other guy, come over here so I can push you too.
Oh, yeah. And he does.
I can't
believe I fell for that!
Explodes.
It's like a big explosion.
How did that happen?
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm a scientist. It makes sense to me.
It only happens if I'm invisible.
So then, after he does that, he's like, "Oh, what else should I do today?" So he derails an entire train
Which is wild.
filled with people.
Yeah.
He
And
does
he's
all
just
of
like-
this in one day.
Yeah, this is
It's a
all.
lot.
This is like a Tuesday for him. He's just like, all right.
That's a hell of a to-do list.
The day you met the Invisible Man was the most important day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. So this entire train derails, and then he's like, "Oh, you know what?
Wait, time out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For 1933, that had to be amazing.
Oh,
To
yeah.
see a train derail like that and
Right.
explode, that had to be awesome.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And now we can tell. We're like, oh yeah, you can see like miniatures and stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
But
After you've derailed
At that
a
time-
few trains, you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you, Mr. Glass from Unbreakable?
Yeah, man.
Just all right. So
Last train derailment that we saw like that was the. I can't make that. Never mind. Go ahead.
I thought you were gonna make a reference to Super 8. I'll save you.
yeah, that's good. That's good. So Jack makes it important on his schedule to also rob a bank, and instead of keeping the money for himself,
which is fun.
Right.
I like that. I love
he's
that
just
scene.
like, you know what? I'm gonna just go out here sing Jimmy Cracks Corn, and he's just throwing the money out to the citizens.
And
I like
another kind of reference of sorts, not a reference, but a parallel to Batman '89.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been really funny
Man.
if, like, they started throwing money in the air and all these people were, like, grabbing the money. You just heard a guy go, "Hey, the Invisible Man's all right. He ain't all bad.
He ain't all bad."
I wasn't going to be able to make rent till this Invisible Man blew into town.
This guy rules. It's like, he killed my brother. He killed the whole town of people.
Derailed the train of people, but he helped me make rent for the month.
He got me $10.
Yeah.
$10
Tips the
back
scales.
then. Good God.
It's tips the scales when you're in a hot position in life, you know?
So the police organize a plan to catch him, and as he goes to attempt and kill Dr. Kemp. So Kemp is pissed that he's being used as bait, and he's actually being like a giant wuss about the whole
He's being a
thing.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
being
like-
a baby about it.
Yeah.
Wait,
he's
Kemp?
Yeah.
No. Imagine an invisible person tells you, "I'm going to kill you at 10 p.m." and you have to spend every second not knowing where this person is.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on, I guess.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
giant
fuck you,
wuss.
Kemp. Fucking baby.
Fucking baby.
Baby.
Man.
Yeah. I thought the only baby I saw in this movie got pushed over.
Yeah. Nope. It's fucking Kemp.
Bigger baby.
He's a big man child.
Yeah. Bitch.
Bitch. So the police line up
my
and
God.
have their tools ready for helping them catch the Invisible Man.
And wait, what are the tools, please?
Okay, so so they have a net,
They have
one net.
one net.
Then they have spray paint. They're like, okay, this is our plan. Just spray this in the air if you think he's around here.
And then I love let's lock arms.
Yeah,
There's no way.
Let's lock arms.
I have a-
Also, let's put a little dust on top of here. And
So you
if
can
he
see the
walks
ground
on it,
move,
we
yeah.
can see like the dust fly off the wall.
I've got a lot of problems with a moment coming up.
No,
This is
it's
the
all,
next scene.
It's all
Yeah.
perfect.
This
So
one.
with the cat,
Yeah, so you just see this nice little cat. He's like, "Meow," and he's like walking along the
Wait,
wall.
how is the cat?
And so then he like is walking, and one of the cops, he's like, "Oh no, it's him!" And he like sprays his like spray paint.
it's like ink or something.
Yeah, and he
Tar?
sprays. Yeah, onto
Something.
Or something? Yeah.
onto the cat.
And that cat was definitely doused in something. And literally, the only thing I kept thinking is, I get it. It's 1933. Fuck you, James Whale.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, there's just like a moment where I'm like, that cat probably died from that shit.
I know. I actually was like, oh,
Yeah.
why would they do that?
That was like a moment where I was just
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
"Ew."
because you just see the nice little cat, and then all
That
of a sudden
cat
it's
was
like,
born in a vat of hot tar.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like stuff like that. Now, if, let's say, a human being
Were to die in
on
that
set
same
and I got to see
manner,
it, I would have
and-
went to bed just fine.
And just actually, if you knew that person actually died,
Yeah.
you'd be okay with it.
Big family,
Yeah.
you know?
Kids.
The whole family depending on that guy's check.
But a cat,
But a cat, man,
But
that
a
fucked
cat,
me
no,
up.
it's too much.
No, but in all seriousness, gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really gross. And yeah, that was if I only had one problem with this movie, it's that.
Oh,
scene.
only one?
Yeah.
That's the only one I've got. I don't like animal abuse.
Yeah.
And that's
Willing to
straight up
watch
animal
humans
abuse.
die, but cats,
No.
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 Fair enough. I get it.
Babies.
And so tick tick, it's 10 o'clock, and guess what happens? Fucking Kemp. Sure enough, Jack freaking kills Kemp, tying him up.
The way that he does it, though, is
Yeah.
fantastic. And I love how he explains it to him. It was like, I was riding on the sidewall of the car. It's like, you didn't have to do that. I could. Okay, thank you for letting me know exactly how you're going to kill
Yeah,
me. Thank
he's
you.
like, and yeah, I love how he's like bragging about it. He's like,
Yeah.
I just sat there the whole
He's just
time
happy
listening to
about
the whole
it.
plan.
I was in there when you explained everything. I saw the whole thing go down, and I'm here to kill you now.
Yeah, and all that planning.
And then what does he do?
He ties him up,
Kills him.
and pushes him over a ledge in a car, and that car just explodes on impact.
Love it.
And I was
Absolutely love it.
yeah, fuck
You know,
him.
you know what? You know what would have been a really great way to punctuate that moment if he was like, "I always kept my promises." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be late. Tick tock. Dexter,
Yeah.
tick tock.
Jordan Chase.
Yeah.
Why do I remember that name?
So Jack takes shelter in a barn. And
As one does.
On some
Yeah.
hay.
on
Yeah.
some hay. And a local
You ever lay in
farmer-
hay? It's nice.
No, I never.
It's like squishy. It's kind of like a mattress. But
He
not
says
really.
that too.
Yeah.
He's like, this is all right.
It is kind of nice.
yeah, his naked body is just on that hay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so. I don't know. I feel like it's irritating.
Yeah,
a
I
little
feel like
bit.
it would just make you itchy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, he's laying butt naked in this hay. We don't know that. Well, we kind of do.
Yeah.
But
We're just assuming to visualize it, right?
Right.
Because I know I'm visualizing it.
yes.
Okay.
So this local farmer goes in and he spots him sleeping in the hay, and so the farmer is like, "Oh,
He
I'm gonna
hears
go-
him sleeping in the sleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, you really sees his imprint.
Yes.
And then also like him snoring a little bit.
Yeah.
Snoozing.
And also great acting by that guy.
Wow.
Who's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I thought the farmer was kind of awesome. I was like, what else has this guy done?
What has he seen?
Has he farmed anywhere else in a movie? So the farmer rats him out, and the police, they're like,
Rats?
rats. Oh, no, not that kind of rats.
All right.
No.
Don't
So-
get me excited.
Okay.
The farmer shows up at the police station, and he's like, hey, you know that invisible person you're looking for? He's in my fucking barn right now.
I hear him breathing.
Yeah. I
Hey,
hear
how
him
awesome would
breathing.
it be if the cops went there and they're like, "This isn't the one."
Different invisible man.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
So the police are
This
like,
guy's okay.
30s are wild.
so instead of going in there, right, and just like arresting him, the police set fire to this farmer's barn.
There's one door.
Right.
So all they have to do is surround this one door. But they said, no, let's burn him alive.
Yeah.
I wish the farmer was like, "I never agreed to this.
They're like, yeah.
My father and his father
Me and
built
my father
that.
built this.
Yeah. Well,
It's in our
that's,
family
no,
for
no.
generations."
Gotta go
that's
down.
what I thought about. Like, the farmer, they're like, yeah, you're going to get a reward for this. I'm like,
Light it up. Wait, what?
Light it up. It's like, what? It's like $10. That's not going to
Please.
buy me a whole farm.
Please, I need that.
I need
There's
that
animals
barn.
in there.
Yeah. I think there were animals in there, too, weren't there?
Oh, let's not go there.
Anyways, so the police set fire to this
Ugh.
poor guy's
Cows. No one cares
barn.
about cows.
I
We
love
eat them.
cows.
It's all good.
And then as the fire is taking off, right, we see some footprints in the snow, and the police are so pumped that it's snowing because they're like, oh, we could finally see him, you know?
Fresh
and
And then we
No,
can
fresh-
we can catch him and then go make a snowman.
Some snow angels.
Yeah.
So we see like some footprints coming out of the barn, like leading up, and he walks right towards the police.
Yeah.
And they shoot him like 3 times. It's like boom, 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 and he falls into the snow. And at one point, we find out he actually survived, but he's critically injured.
Yeah.
And so they tell Dr. Cranley, and Dr. Cranley and Flora come to visit Jack on his deathbed.
They keep him alive just for Flora, right? So we can have that moment.
yeah.
But it's funny because the doctor's literally like, "You can go out any second now," and it's gonna be terrible. Like, he'll probably die screaming, and he'll probably pee himself.
So we were just watching something, me and you.
Yeah.
So and so's going to die right now. You want to go and see that? Okay, go ahead. Okay.
But he kind of like emphasizes that it's gonna be a really horrible death.
Yeah.
And
He
she's
doesn't
like,
have to tell him that.
but she's like, yeah, I'll go watch that. Okay.
Yeah. He's suffering like horribly right now. Do you want to see it?
We actually
Sure.
had to tie him down. He was screaming and thrashing around. This is your loved one.
Oh, he deserved it.
Yeah. And so they go in, and he's just like, hey, Flora, well, I love you. And then he dies. And as he dies, he returns to his normal visible state.
Yeah, because that
Skeleton.
doctor suddenly, for some reason, seems to understand the mechanics of
Yes.
being
all of
invisible.
this.
Because he's
Yeah.
like, once he dies, he's gonna reappear. It's just a classic case of invincibility and death.
Yeah,
Don't ruin this for me.
No.
Don't make this.
Let me reference something for you. There was these robots that could tell a person was really heartbroken when she was about to die. I think she died from a broken heart.
Oh, Revenge of the Sith. She's lost the will to live. Oh, what the fuck does that mean?
What? How do you know that, you fucking droid?
Yeah.
So, anyways, he
Take
returns to
that,
his...
George Lucas.
Yeah, fuck you.
I love you, George Lucas. But go on.
So we see where he returns to his visible state.
All
and
of his
actually love
metachlorians
that.
are got
Yeah,
it.
I love how it shows like his like skeleton at first.
That was cool.
Yeah, like you see like his.
And that's
actual
one of those
skull.
things in 1933 that had to blow people's minds.
Saw his
Yeah.
midichlorians.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's where the movie ends. He returns to his beautiful looking self.
He was handsome.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Why hide that face?
Yeah, right? Yeah, like, why be like, I need to be invisible?
Because he's
Yeah.
invisible, that's why.
I guess.
Okay.
But I do like that you don't see his actual face until the end.
Yeah.
I like that too. He's got a great voice.
That seemed like a contractual thing for like Claude Rains. He was probably like, could there just be one scene?
Yeah. I also feel like that he dominated this film, and his performance was so strong that
But you
like
felt it. You
yeah.
didn't even have to see him.
Yes,
Isn't that neat?
But then you also deserve it at the end. Like you just like he's been so good that like just let me get a glimpse of him.
Yeah.
Like not the whole thing. So this way, if I do watch it again, I can keep in my mind what he looks like. I like that.
Yeah. Or we release the version that we talked about.
I think it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think it is, guys.
Guys, it's coming.
But, so Vince, this was your first time watching this, right?
Yes, it was.
And what did you think?
I really enjoyed this movie. I watched this with the missus, and she enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. As my two kids were going upstairs to bed, I said, "Hey, me and Mommy are going to watch a movie. Hey, check out what year it was made." And they go, 1933. And I was like, "Yeah, 1933." She's like, "It's almost 100 years old." And I was like, "Holy shit, yeah, it's almost 100
It's almost
years
as old as you, Dad.
Yeah, she wishes. But the special effects were fantastic.
Yeah.
For the time, we learned that it wasn't a green screen; it was a black velvet screen, I
Yeah.
guess, which is a thing.
Smeared him in black velvet cake.
But here's what I'll say: is that shit holds up? Like
Yeah.
that, like
Red
legit.
velvet cake? I don't know what I'm saying.
Red velvet cake is delicious.
It is
It's
good.
just chocolate cake
It's
with a
late.
little bit of red dye. But anyway,
late.
It is late. But this is a really good movie. So
Yeah.
what was the last one I did? Bride of Frankenstein,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and then Invisible Man.
Two
So-
James Whale movies.
So just saying, we're 2 for 2 on Universal Monster movies. Bangers, absolute bangers. Would watch them again. This one is family friendly enough, so if you're trying to introduce kids to a horror movie, 100% this is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely, because it involves, like minimal horror.
It's
right?
more psychological than actual scary things.
Right.
And here's the other thing that I absolutely loved: 0 jump scares.
Yeah.
Which is,
zero jump
I think
scares.
became later in the 80s, 90s where jump scares were a
Maybe
thing.
though, maybe back in the day when he does reveal his
That
face,
might have been a jump scare.
jump scare.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
I don't know, but it was
Maybe the train. Well, I think there's
fucking
horrific
train.
Yeah, no, there's horrific things that do happen, like Kemp dying in the train derailing. But I don't think it was like jump scare type of stuff.
It was theater of the mind and building something that made you scared.
Yeah,
I loved it though. I thought this was great.
and not knowing where he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Rory, what did you think?
Before he goes, all you listeners, we're toying with the idea of doing the Invisible Man, maybe a future episode. So if I like this one, I can't imagine what the new one's going to be like.
Oh, you mean the...
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee Winnell movie.
Oh yeah.
Do you
rad.
like her? You like her, right?
Lee Winnell?
Yeah.
Lee Winnell's a guy.
No. Who's the girl from Mad Men that was in the new one? The new Invisible
Oh,
Man.
Elizabeth Moss?
Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I hope we do that because if
Yeah.
it was anywhere near as good as this one, I'm in for it.
I think it's yeah, it's like more on the serious side.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's a little more on the serious side, but at the same time, I feel like it's good. I feel like it's a really.
How
good.
many have there been? Wasn't there a Kevin Bacon? Wasn't there?
That's Hollow Man.
That's Hollow Man.
Is that different than this?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's hollow, man.
Yeah, man. Different title. You think Star Wars and Star Trek are the same fucking thing?
Wait, they aren't?
Get him out of here.
Get the fuck out.
That's why he doesn't get paid.
Live prosper with the Force? Okay.
I just hate you.
I just want to kill you sometimes. I haven't drank in a long time, but you make me want to drink.
Fucking delete all this, Rory. What'd you think of the movie?
I just want to hold your head down in a fucking toilet.
I'm going to kill you at 10 p.m., Vince.
10.
10
the
p.m. motherfucker.
What
So
did I?
specific.
What did I think of this movie? I love this one. I think this is, after watching it last night, it's safe to say this might be the most violent of the Universal monster movies.
Yeah.
Because there's not usually such a big body count.
No, this is a
Someone gets
crazy
their
amount
fucking
of...
head smashed in, a train derails.
Yeah.
You know, like a guy is strapped to his car and blows up.
Not one person, two people right in a row kicked off a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I just think, you know, the special effects in it are fantastic. I love Claude Rains in general, so I love the fact that the guy, you know, you don't see his face and you don't see him very often, but you always feel his presence, and that to me is just the quality of a great actor.
Yeah.
But no, this is one of those movies I would 100% recommend anybody, and I think that's a good way that you put it, Vince. Is just the idea that it's like something that you could even just show your kids, because it's nothing too wild. It's like a movie you can just pop on, like on Halloween or something.
Yeah.
There's nothing gratuitous.
Yeah.
There's nothing sexual. There's nothing. Even the language is.
Well,
like,
there's definitely something sexual going on in the movie when he
Well.
puts his bare butt on his rocking chair.
I love
Because
that.
you're getting that visual in
my
your head.
favorite part,
But
but
anyway,
yeah.
no, but I really I'm a fan of this movie, and I think James Whale did just an awesome job, even like with the pacing. Like I was noticing last night that I just felt this movie just moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just seems like it blows by.
It's an hour and 11 minutes, and it does not even feel like an hour.
It feels
at
about a
all.
half hour.
Yeah, like it just zooms right to the end.
It went by very fast. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
And it's weird because there's so much time that they spend in the bar in the beginning, but not really. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like so weird. Like because
That was enough setup to
yeah.
to carry you through.
But I'm a big fan of this movie. How about you, EJ? What the fuck did you think?
You know what? I love this one.
Yeah,
I'm a huge fan of this movie in general. I
Mm-hmm.
love Claude Rains. I think he's amazing. Gloria Stewart was awesome. The actor that plays Dr. Cranley was great. It's a Wonderful Life is like one of my favorite movies of all
Me
time.
too, man.
Yeah.
High
So,
five.
so it's cool to see him in it, and yeah, I don't know. Everything just works in this movie. There's a lot of great visuals. There's actually a really great frame within a frame, and it's when she, what's her name in the beginning?
Flora?
No, the barmaid. She goes upstairs.
Jenny from the block?
Yeah, Ginny. There's like the doors open and you see her go upstairs to his door, and it's one shot and it just looks awesome.
Are you talking about when she flips the bar and she flips the other bar and then she walks up the stairs?
Yeah, like, and
Yes,
you
I like
see
that.
through one door
Yeah.
of her like walking up the stairs to his door.
Yeah.
And it's just a really cool frame within a frame kind of thing. And so I really enjoyed that. But yeah, everything about this movie is just awesome. I definitely recommend it to anyone, whether you like horror movies or not. This is definitely something you can watch and appreciate, especially for the visual effects alone.
And you also just have to mention that Dwight Fry makes an obligatory appearance in this Universal horror film because he always did.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you know Fritz from Frankenstein.
Yeah, Fritz.
He's in like all these movies playing different characters, so it's neat to always.
All
see
right.
him.
So, how many Universal horror films are there?
Well, like
There's like 5 Frankenstein movies. There's
But like the basic, like if you were to boil it down to what are the Universal monster movies?
so like Dracula, Frankenstein, the
Wolfman,
Wolfman, the
Invisible
Mummy,
Man,
the Invisible Man,
Mummy.
a Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Where does this rank?
I feel like
the
there's
Mummy.
6. Yeah.
Where does this rank for both of you?
Man, that's tough.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like high up there. It's just I don't really. I told you this before. I'm not a big fan of like lists.
I know.
in
I
that sense.
understand that, but like as far as like you,
It
guys
is like if as
you're
far as-
making me watch these movies.
Yeah.
I loved Bride of Frankenstein. I thought this was fantastic. Is it going to get better or is it going to get worse?
No,
None of them are bad.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are actually bad. Like
So
I
then
think every movie is.
Where does this rank for you guys?
It's like top tier, I would
Okay,
say.
that's fine.
I'm
I'll
not
take
saying
that.
it's like because again, I don't know if I have a favorite per
yes,
se.
I'm not going to hold you to anything.
but as far as like filmmaking goes, the direction, blocking, acting, the script, everything like this is like that up there is like one of the best of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so too.
And then, real quick, did you see the new remake of it?
Yeah.
What did you think compared to the?
As a person that notices every couple of years they try to
Yeah.
remake these classic
I
movie
know
monsters.
that about you. Yes,
yeah,
and I respect that. Go
Well,
ahead.
they keep trying to relaunch these movies and they fall flat on their face. But this
Yeah.
is an instance where Lee Winnell is just I like him a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he did a tremendous job with it. The beginning of I don't want to get too far into it, but the beginning of of his Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear any dialogue, but how afraid she is of this guy. You know exactly what their relationship is, and it's so suspenseful.
Yes.
And they don't even, like, lay out what happened. It's just, like,
Right.
you see how scared she is and how, like, suspenseful it is for her to get out of that house. That is, like, strong filmmaking.
Yes, I totally agree. I feel like this, the remake of Invisible Man is fantastic, and I would also say Stephen Summers, I think his name is, who made The Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
That was like a great remake.
Sure. And then, like, the Francis Ford Coppola Dracula,
Yeah.
the Kevin Branagh Frankenstein.
Oh, that's one of my
like
favorites.
they do a good job every so often. They nail it, but then there's so many of them where they're like, we're gonna do another Dracula.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was so pumped for the Wolfman when that came out with Benicio del Toro and stuff, and I left and I was like, oh man, that's such a bummer.
There's so many great things about it, but
Yeah.
it really is a movie that is a bummer.
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say this because he's such a great actor. Anthony Hopkins, right? I feel like he like phones it in a little bit.
Ugh.
And that one,
Yeah, and he kind of like just rushes through his dialogue a little bit. He's like, "Oh yes, the prodigal son has returned," and he just like flies through his lines. And I'm like, all right, slow down, man. But he really does. He like literally is like, yes, the prodigal son has returned, and I see your hairlines.
He's got a dinner reservation. He's
Yeah,
got,
that's true.
which
Yeah.
is weird because he's in Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. He plays
Oh, and he's fantastic.
Van Helsing. Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
He ain't no Peter Cushing, but he's
He's
fantastic.
great. Yeah. And so I don't know, but no, I'm not like throwing shade at him.
No.
But I think there's certain movies that he's phenomenal in. He's so good. And then I think like sometimes he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just be here for this.
I'll do this Wolfman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the first Thor, I don't think he probably took it serious. Because remember we would always
He just
quote
wanted to make sure the check cleared.
Yeah. There was always this moment where he wants to yell at Thor and Loki, and he just goes, ugh! Like he doesn't speak sound. We used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah. Yeah, he just
They're
like,
just like, that's literally the only thing we can get out of him.
Yeah.
He refuses to go further.
and Kenneth Branagh's like, I guess that's it. That's all I can get. So, no, but as far as, a lot of the remakes and them trying to bring stuff back, The Invisible Man was a successful.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, like, that's a very strong movie that I would also recommend. But we're not going to talk too much about that. That's for a different episode.
I'm excited
Yes.
for you guys because I really did enjoy this as far as Universal monster movies go. So I don't know how many I have left, but if this was this good and Bride of Frankenstein was this good,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the other stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that you guys are making me watch this bullshit.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, let's move on to some plugs.
Yes, go ahead. What are your plugs, sir?
Adam Farley has a song that's coming out. I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm
Yes.
trying to get to it as quickly as I can.
Yeah, Carson's song.
It's Carson's song, and it's due out. Do we have a day on it? here's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's Friday.
Adam Farley's got music.
Yeah.
And if you're not listening to it, you're not doing yourself a favor. Any favors whatsoever. I've been listening to his music pretty much all day today. I was putting up fence in my yard. I'm also... Do you guys know about propagating trees? I'm propagating a tree right now. So
Is that kind of like drywall?
I am... Yeah, no.
Here we go.
Guys, it's way more
Here
in
we
depth.
fucking go.
It's way more in depth than drywall. So propagating a tree...
We don't care. Stop.
No. You shut up and you listen.
Just stop it, please.
So
Oh my God.
I'm
Move over, Ambien.
I'm going directly into full old man mode, and I'm propagating a tree. So I'm cutting a healthy part of a tree and putting a plant base onto it to grow roots, so I can cut it and then replant the tree. It's a whole situation. You guys won't get it until you become super old men like I am.
That's great that you're appropriating a tree. Hey, do you have any plugs you check?
Yes, I do.
Tree appropriation.
So, I would like to also plug Adam Farley's music on Spotify or iTunes, wherever you listen to music. His new song's coming out June 6th, which is awesome. Can't wait. Also, I would like to plug Variant Season. Our friends of the show, Will Perna.
I thought you were going to say the dolphin shark website, but go ahead.
Only
no.
Fins.
Only Fins.
Okay,
Oh, no.
keep going.
No, Variant Season. They're a rock band. Check them out. They have a Facebook. You could go on there and you could see upcoming shows. Also, Jon Snow.
Metal Messiah.
The Metal Messiah.
And that's something awesome. And he has about 9 bands. Or, I don't even know. Yeah,
17 or 18.
Yeah, but you could check
NASA's
it out.
currently calculating how many bands he has.
Right. The Hubble
They have the
telescope
abacus
is
out.
just like picking up all this new metal.
Signals bouncing back and forth.
It's just like so on Facebook you could check out the Eastern Tribute Collective, and on there it shows all the different shows coming up. He also has an Instagram if you want to follow that. Jonathan Snow is also an Instagram that he has, and so you can see all the upcoming shows he has. Definitely check him out live because it's
He's
one of the best
phenomenal.
shows you could ever see. And then also check out our friend Chris Alou, who also has music on Spotify and iTunes. It's very like a Billy Joel kind of sound, and I love it. It's maybe 6 tracks or so.
So you say Billy Joel, and I feel it's more Ben Folds 5.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. That's fine. So if you like either of those things, check them out.
Yeah, Billy Folds 5, and and then
Drywall 5. Go on.
drywall.
Leave
And
the drywall out of this. God damn.
damn. Also, Three Jacks Burger Bar.
Oh.
You got to come in and try those burgers, man. I don't know what the
You've
burger of the
been here
month is.
so much lately.
I was, yeah.
What'd you have? You had a
Caesar salad.
You had a Caesar salad,
Yeah.
and I forgot to hold the bacon for you. That's my fault.
Oh, no,
But
that's
no,
okay.
You're right. It's your fault because you didn't tell me not to hold the bacon.
I didn't even know it had bacon on it, and then
chicken
when I got it, I
quesadilla.
went, oh no.
This dude got a chicken quesadilla with no chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
It's just a
Are you a vegan all of a sudden?
No, I'm not eating
'Cause
meat
I've seen-
as much as I used
I'm-
to.
How long
just
have you
saying.
been going now?
Almost a year now. It's gonna be June 3rd that I stopped eating red meat altogether.
Hey.
So
But chicken is white
hey,
meat.
Hey,
yeah, chicken's white meat.
proud of you then. Proud of you now.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you.
But
Rory?
I've also seen you eat a chicken like a live chicken.
Yeah.
I've seen you snap the
It's
neck off a
weird.
chicken and just eat the whole thing whole, which
It's
is
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Hey, also, as far as Three Jacks goes, please come on by and check out our new old-time piano. Stick a quarter in that bitch and you can play any song you'd like.
Yep.
That's our slogan. Stick a quarter in that bitch.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Hey, I got plugs.
All right, let's hear them.
I got a plug. It's called Raven View
Jesus
Productions. That's going to be, I know I bring it up a lot and don't go into too much depth with it, but be expecting some awesome things to be coming out of that soon. I've been in the, creative rejuvenation process, as pretentious and shitty as that just
No,
sounded,
we
but
appreciate
moving
it.
on.
Are you writing a new thing? What are you writing about?
You fucking
God damn it. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, Fourth Cut Reviews, that's Chris Conforti's review video thing.
On YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's got stuff, and Chris Conforti's there. So, we got kitties of any PA pet rescue.
Yeah.
Just literally look them up. You can give them food, donate some money. If you're the kind of prick that likes to spray paint cats black, stay the fuck home. We don't want your help.
Yeah.
NEPA Horror Fest is coming up June 22nd, 2024. Get your ass up to Dixon City's Circle Drive-In to go.
Is that Just Mione?
That's Just Mione and Bob Keller putting on an awesome show. We're going to have Tony Todd there, Virginia Madsen. They're going to show Night of the Living Dead on the big screen, but the remake, which is still fucking rad.
Awesome.
Just Mione, thank you for all you've done for us. We really appreciate it.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Gravy Diggers.
Yes.
You got Gravy Diggers.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we like to promote those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Fingernails, Band-Aids.
Whatever you find in the
Used
pot pies, they're
gauze.
supposed to be there. You didn't.
Yeah.
You think that was
It's
an
all there.
accident?
No. It's
It's not.
intentional. Yeah.
Gravy
Season-
Diggers, it'll blow your back out.
I once dated a guy that had the same...
Catchphrase?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
AJ, want to talk about the frequels stuff?
Oh, yeah. I also...
Christ.
So, also, I want to promote Battle of the Bards.
No, we're moving it past that.
We're
done
past
promoting
that?
shit.
Damn it.
You lost
late.
your
You
I
missed
only
it.
have like
You missed it.
two more episodes.
No, we're done.
June 23rd at the V-Spot.
No. What
is that?
Battle of the Bards.
Battle of the Bards. Okay.
Hey, Vinny.
Yeah. I'm writing a skit for that, and so it should be cool. And actor sign up is at 5 p.m. The show starts at 6 p.m.
I'll check my email for the for notes. I'll send you notes.
Yeah,
Once
I get
just
prompts.
send it to me, and then I'll
Yeah, because I'll get my prompts on Friday.
Okay.
And then I have to write it
I'm
before
gonna check.
Sunday.
I'm in.
And then I'll send you over something. So to
Also,
get some notes.
there's an exclusive offer. For $5, EJ will literally take his clothes off that night. And if somebody does try to give him $5 for taking his clothes off, we'll know you're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I don't have to give him $5. Just a wink and a smile.
And they know.
Can't wait for the police report.
Yeah.
coming.
But also check us out on Frequels Podcast. You can find that on iTunes, Spotify. You could rate and review us. That helps. Every time you rate or review us, it bumps us up in the algorithm a little bit. And so every little bit helps. So if you want to give us 5 stars, that helps a lot. Especially.
Yeah, why don't you just give us 5 stars? Like,
Yeah.
seriously,
Even if
what's
you
your
don't
problem?
like us.
Yeah, even if you don't like us.
I would like you to
do it.
think about how much of your day you literally waste just doing nothing when you could just be giving us 5 stars.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a bunch of cats listening.
Yeah.
I'd take out your owner's phone and get your little paw and step on the follow button.
With your little beans.
Yeah, those toe beans.
Little toe beans.
So recently we just got a review
Did
on
we?
iTunes. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Is it my brother? I hope not.
Nope.
I haven't talked to him in like 2 weeks, but go ahead.
This is actually on Applecast.
Oh.
I'm sorry. So this we got 5 stars, and it's from EM.077. This is
EM.077.
You
I
know?
that. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
They're a true hero.
This is a must listen. I find the guys to be hilarious and have such great chemistry. I find myself laughing out loud like a lunatic whenever I listen. I love this podcast. Heart, 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 heart.
Cool. What podcast is it?
Frequels.
Oh,
Yeah.
Our
Wait,
podcast?
And it was titled Certified Frequent.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
Pretty
Hey,
cool.
if you're listening, you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. 077.
EM.
Yeah.
Hey, to that person, I say, we love you. Everybody else who hasn't sent us a review, you're on the fucking fence
Yeah.
Also,
with you. We are on the fence with how we feel about you.
you guys can email us at frequelpodcast@gmail.com, and you can send us suggestions of movies you want to hear us do. You could also email us just, I don't know, recommendations like, hey, I heard this movie is great. I would love to hear you guys do this. You could send stuff to Vince about drywall.
Yeah.
Suggestions.
Suggestions.
You can also send donations to his family because they're starving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Also, come in and order a burger and just berate us.
yeah.
Like, if you come in and you buy a burger, that comes with the opportunity for you to just, like, rip us a new one. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're very insecure
Yeah.
and
Oh,
fragile.
so much.
Did we get any new emails lately?
No.
No? Okay, dang. All right.
I'll edit that out.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't
I
sure.
we could check the email, but we're not gonna.
No time.
Oh, yeah, no time. And then, with that being said, guys... we have to do our emojis for this movie.
We didn't.
Yeah, we have
do
to
it
do
yet.
our emojis.
All right, everybody dive to their phone. Here
All
we
right.
go.
I'm ready if you guys are.
You can go first.
By all means, please.
All right. I have a microscope for science.
Got it.
I have an emoji head with a bandage over it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, close enough.
Got it.
Yeah. And then a bed for when he dies.
I got some.
All right.
I got a little chick, little duck.
Nice. Love
I
it.
got a horse
Mm-hmm.
because there's a horse in the movie. One of you said there might have been a cow, so we're gonna throw the cow in there too. I have a cat who is not spray painted, James
Good.
Whale.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Bastard.
And I have no emoji next, and that's for the Invisible Man.
Excellent.
You know?
That's really good.
Yeah, and then a car, because one blew up
Ah.
and a man died in it for your entertainment. I heard the actor was really strapped to the car, and they rolled him down the hill without telling him that it was just, they told him it was gonna be okay, that there was like a stunt,
Yeah.
but he died doing it.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. It was Kemp, right?
Yeah,
And
and then
that guy was a wuss.
and
anyway.
as Gloria Stewart says, filmmakers' hearts are a deep ocean of secrets.
That's right.
And that was one of the ones they had about how they murdered that poor actor.
Yeah. I heard those two guys that got kicked off the cliff. I'm pretty sure I had my subtitles on, and it said, "If you jump, I'll jump." Remember?
Jesus Christ.
You jump, I jump, right?
So,
So good.
boom.
Yeah.
All right, and Vincent,
Oh, what?
young Vince,
Oh,
your
emojis? All I have is a train because I like to think about all of the people that possibly died in that train wreck.
I will remember you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Will
Yeah.
you remember me?
There you go, Vince.
They won't. We're not going to remember.
Don't let the Invisible Man.
We're not going to remember
take
any of the
your
people
life.
that died in that train wreck.
They all got railed to death, or derailed. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Come on.
This is a family
Sorry,
podcast.
guys, I meant derailed.
not.
No,
all
we
right?
know what you meant.
Yeah, I
Fair
did
enough.
mean railed.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like people dying. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you guys tuning in every single week. We couldn't do this without you.
No, we could.
Fuck you, Vince. And then I just want to say thank you guys so much, and thank you to Vince and Rory for watching this movie
And our invisible guest.
and our invisible guest
Thank you.
that we
We
have.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I want to make a movie about an invisible Ella, but we don't have to get into that. So on with the end of your closing. Yeah, thanks.
And guys, thank you so much, and thank you for listening to
Once it gets closed.